So both the band and the officers you see marching are from the Madina Technical Institute. We appreciate you this afternoon. Thank you so much. They're marching off the square. Okay. Parade, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't know. Beautiful display. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause.
Check.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Students of the Madina Technical Institute, we are grateful, we are honored. Please let's give them another round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The band, please give us some silence so we can start the program. Band, you may please march off. Band, please, you may march off so we can start with the program. Thank you so much. Most grateful. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for a very important program this afternoon. But before we start anything at all, we need to invite the presence of the Lord Almighty to preside over events before we commence with this program. To do that for us, we are going to invite the resident imam of this locality, Madina, a town named after a very holy city in Saudi Arabia. Imam Abdul Shuaib is the chief imam of Madina. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him to give us the opening prayer. Imam, yankuri azwa imuna dua. Okay, yankuri na kaw maka wani. Na kaw. Yankuri zauna. Eh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Mmebo paya. Zauna. Medefa akai kasa nimu. Mesa amama ago. Mesa amama ago. صلوا على النبي الكريم. Wanyankopon. Wanyankopon. Oboadi. Wanyankopon. Adam. Ninyami, Onyankopon, Noha ninyami, Onyankopon, Abraham, ninyami, Onyankopon, Moses nyami, Onyankopon, Jesus Christ, ninyami, Onyankopon, Komshani Muhammad, Ninyami, Mifrawa, Yang Nuya, Pehini, Yang Ba, Yang Nuya Ketoa, Yafreno, Mahamadu, Muntio, and Mahamadu. Mahamadu Mumuni Bawumia, Dr. Mahamadu Mumuni Bawumia. Bakwefe Ayafrano Mumuni Onyankopon Jumadia Odino Muslim for Christopher Mumfanyamio Obiara biara Nibotai a ekitano Ani ajwene a ekitano Onyame Madina say. Onyame Madina Nemi Buta say. Muslim for Mumma Ninja. Yes, Onyame say Alhaji Mahamadu, one day first president. Muslimi, our Ghana. So, she is a one market kind of on your couple on fantasy. You have a tabaswa, you are Tony Jojo. I'm a wedding kuni. We are son of a Onyankubo Wishiran. On Shira Obiara. A drama about Onyankubo on Shira Obia. What the Moisha went now from Yasu. Nansu Jumodia. Muvida. Jumodia boy. In the Mekaka Fatia. Yaye. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Jama'ache Amin, Jama'ache Amin. We are very grateful to the resident Imam of Madina, the Chief Imam of Madina, for that opening prayer. Now that we have the presence of the Lord Almighty, we can commence with our program. Ladies and gentlemen, you are invited, and we are grateful that you honored the invitation to attend the launch of this empowerment program. My name is Umaru Sanda Ahmadu. I'm a journalist. I'll be your MC for this afternoon, and I'm very, very much honored to be here with you. And I want to introduce quickly a number of key personalities who are on the front row sitting with the Vice President. There are so many dignitaries in our midst, of course. We have our traditional rulers, Nime, Kename. We greet you all. Thank you so much. Sarakai Nzongo, Kuna Sakane Monam, Mungo de Muku Sosai Kamankunzo, Ango de Muku. Members of the armed forces, members of the police service who are here in our midst, we are grateful. Members of the media. We have on the high table a number of dignitaries. Because of time, we may not be able to acknowledge everybody, but we'll do as much as we can. The Honorable Alexander Akwesiakwa is the Deputy Minister for Health. He's been sent by his minister to come and grace this occasion. Please give us a wave. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Kofi Ofosu Nkansa is CEO of NIP. Thank you so much for coming to support us for this wonderful program. Honorable Henry Kokofo is a former chairperson and CEO of the EPA. We are grateful, sir, that you are here in our midst. A Deputy CEO of YEA, who are hosting this event, the Honorable Lydia Atiomu. We are grateful that you've joined us today. We also have in our midst the CEO or the administrator of the Get Fund. And I want to add something, but I will not add it. The Honorable Madam Irene Natoshiado, we salute you. Thank you so much. Come on, fan, forgive me. My mischief took the best of part of me. We have the regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, my own brother, the Honorable Divino Tuagohom. We salute you. Thank you so much. We have in our midst as well the Minister of State at the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development and Member of Parliament, the Honorable Obi Amwa. Please give us a wave, sir. Thank you so much. The Honorable Minister for Gender and Children's Social Protection is in our midst. The Honorable Dakwa Newman, please give us a wave. Thank you so much. The CEO of the Ghana Employment Agency, GEA, the Honorable Kosi Yanke, is in our midst. Please give us a wave. Thank you so much. We also have the CEO of TVET in our midst. Thank you so much for agreeing to be part of this program today. DJ, if you could do something about my mics, they are really troubling me. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the MPP parliamentary candidate for Madina, If I say Okun come, that should suffice. The Municipal Chief Executive, who is the President's representative, is here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give us a wave. Madam, thank you so much. The Honorable Greater Accra Regional Minister, the Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. And ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the land, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, the man who says it is possible, Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia. We have a lot more acknowledgements that we're making, but thank you so much, Vice President, for taking your time to join us for this very important program. Okay, and then, thank you so much. Ahmed, Thank you so much. And then, this program, as you do know, to do us the honors of the welcome address, ladies and gentlemen, I invite former Member of Parliament for Tema East, Minister for Greater Accra Region, the Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him.
Thank you very much, Umaru Sanda Madu. Your Excellency, the Vice President of our Republic, the presidential candidate of our great party, NPP, and by the grace of God, Inshallah, 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 Rabbana atina fi dunya hasanatan wa fi hayratu hasanatan wa qina azabannar. That come the 7th of December, the altar will speak for him. His Excellency Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Honorable Dakwan Newman, my senior, Honorable Obi Amwa, Minister of States, Local Government. I've seen other deputy ministers here present. Honorable Irina Toshi Adolate, the Administrator of the Common Fund. My regional chairman, Nene Divine Otu Agohum. I've seen the Chief Fire Officer here with us. The Chief Executive of Madina, Honorable Jennifer Dede Ejabing, and other Chief Executives here present. Parliamentary candidates for Madina and Adentang constituencies. The contractor and consultant to this project, distinguished invited guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to join the chiefs and people of Madina to welcome His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic, Alhaji Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, to the commissioning of the 2 hostels and skills training centers for migrant female headquarters, popularly called Kayayei, in Madina and Ashaima, respectively. Indeed, Mr. Vice President, we are grateful for you to take off your busy schedule to be with us this afternoon for this significant milestone to address a social problem in the Greater Accra region and to a large extent, our country. I also extend my sincere gratitude and deep appreciation to the administrator of the Common Fund, my sister Irene Natoshi Adolate, and colleagues ministers Nimek and Namein for their immense contributions towards the construction of this all-important edifice, and I welcome you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and pleasure and a sense of accomplishment that we gather here today to witness the commissioning of these hostels and skilled training for female migrant porters. These two projects are the testament of the commitment of the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, that we have delivered our promise. Today, commissioning here in Madina and Ashaman, the facilities is a significant milestone in our efforts to provide safe and dignified housing and skills training for our Kayayei who have come into the city in search of better economic opportunities. These women, most of them are young, often face harsh living conditions, including overcrowding, lack of sanitary facilities, and exposure to various forms of exploitation. These facilities and training centers would therefore provide them with a safe, secure place to live while acquiring a requisite vocational skills for lifelong productive ventures. Your Excellency, you may recall that the funding of this project from the District Assembly Common Fund reflects government dedication to improving the lives of marginalized groups. The allocation of resources and the timely execution of contracts by the appointed consultant and contractor have also ensured a successful completion of these hostels and training centers ahead of schedule, demonstrating this government commitment to investing in the well-being of our citizens, regardless of their socio-economic background. This project is a shining example of how public resources can be used to create positive change in the lives of our communities. It is therefore important that we acknowledge and thank all stakeholders who have made this project a living reality. Special commendations goes to His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, whose office have keenly taken an interest in this project and have been monitored right from the beginning till this day to a successful end. The Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, and the Office of the District Assembly Common Fund have been instrumental in bringing this dream to fruition. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to the traditional authorities for their wonderful understanding, cooperation, and improving the lives of these vulnerable people, regardless of where they come from. To the team at the Regional Coordinating Council, I say a big aiko to their diligent work in overseeing the procurement and execution to this project and the consultant. Your dedication and commitment to improve the living condition of the vulnerable is truly commendable. As we proudly commission this hostel and training skills center, let us remember the importance of compassion, empathy, and solidarity in our society and continue to work together to build a more inclusive, equitable society where every individual, regardless of their background or circumstances, has the opportunity to thrive and succeed. To the beneficiary assemblies, Lankwantana Madina Municipal Assembly and Ashama Municipal Assembly, you have to play a crucial role in managing and maintaining these facilities to ensure that they continue to serve the purpose. We ought to remember that the provision of this edifice to the Kayayei is a recognition to their rights and dignity as individuals by commissioning these fosters. His Excellency the Vice President is so interested to make sure we will let this edifice and training skills becomes successful. At this juncture, I want to take on behalf of the Regional Coordinating Council to welcome His Excellency the Vice President and all dignitaries and everybody here present. Once again, you are all mostly welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, the landlord of the Greater Accra region, welcoming us here and saying to us that the coast is clear, we can start our program. Now, you do know that it is the commissioning of a project, but this project, there's more that has to be told you. Perhaps you've been given an invitation, you've showed up, but you're still not sure why you are here, or it's still not very clear in your mind. So I'm going to invite someone who will help you make more sense of why we are here. We call it purpose of gathering. The Honorable Alhaji Bashir Ibrahim is Deputy CEO in charge of operations at the Youth Employment Agency.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Ministers of State present, MMDC, CEOs, heads of institutions, chiefs, imams, invited guests, beneficiaries, good afternoon. My assignment is a very simple one within 2 minutes. We are gathered here this afternoon to undertake 2 major events. The first one is the launching of the headquarters or Kayayei training program, and the second one will be the commissioning of the beautiful edifice. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say that this program that we are witnessing today has been made possible through partnership of other institutions. The Youth Employment Agency, Ghana Enterprise Agency, CTVET, TVET, Father Campbell Foundation, Get Fund, Common Fund. These 8 institutions, if I can put it, came together, and today we are witnessing a very beautiful ceremony. The question then is, after today, what is next? After His Excellency, the Vice President, has finished this program, we'll go and do the commissioning. After the commissioning, tomorrow, we will start the registration of the Kayayei. Hopefully by Friday, all the first batch, there will be 600 of them, 300 at Madina, 300 at Ashama, would have finished the registration, and we'll onboard them on Monday, and they will start the training exercise. Basically, that is what the purpose of the program is supposed to be. On behalf of my CEO, the board, and members of YE, I say thank you, Mr. Vice President, and thank you to everybody. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Deputy CEO, for putting the issues into perspective for us. And so that's actually where we are going to take a cue from, so that because time is not really on our side, we're going to try and be as quick as we can. To help us and give us the honors of speaking to us next is the Honorable Hajia Safia Mohammed. She's CEO of the School Feeding Program. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her with a round of applause. You have 5 minutes, according to my producers and instructors. Thank you so much, Hajia.
ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي تتنبان زعلنا با وينلي تتنبان زعلنا 2025 ان شاء الله تنانم بامبيتي تدافانم بامبيتي تلنجمانم بامبيتي تشكر بي بامبيتي ما بي زا بامبيتي زان د پورو سون دن ير مسلم سپوغو دن غام Nangdi assalamu alaikum jama'a. Azang de pura gahandale maltin ya kabarni za swang makata nang alhamdulillah. 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 Ndumala na wonno itaka pa ono lampaha. Zungo brae nero kunane karatan nane. Ndumala na wonen tirpa abiyahayi yeto akunyala zangma. Kota chamsani kata ngompozo. Zungo kana wonnen oyiko kale chamsan mahale. Kota zano naba yizo. Kakwang bukata malbo. Nkwang oyen nang sham songa. Nkwang pinshal oyen jinkuna. Kana wanta bisan ma kan wanchang te ba'ale takoro gbene. Bi karanda ko wumda. Kay na nan wula atab mo ko chang shukuru ka tabo ko chang. Zungon chang mo na be chang pa don tunere pa pare shale. To amo be zang selba tahlena to yuasamle. O bola biagu she kabo nunu tuna bangsam. Den na cha to pehi ndi. Kagba guta che damal kasa hashal kam kaya yirnang da nande sogu de tune shabba nga nande sogu zungo kalala nirma yina bisan man ti yalia no kamman ra chang tabanyala ni tamuna onyala nimvo so nguyan jita mole na titiya te dagbang pamba mi yale no ngompon luhi ngonon poro ba nabi ngon no vyala no one and some the cam dware. Zungona when ye be so one patcham mazo, one and yet a jilmalana. To zo, a dua shelton kulsur and now one tempted and now one tempted in Mazungo titi, one and ye Dr. Alhaji Mahamadu Bawumia. On canamo beji selba tahlena no titi so. Or yal no yan wula so kam den yan nang sham kodi. Damakaso kam and shukuru. Kaso kam kana wumbalga shukurti omi yali na wonna kana mabiya na wabga party nyala buku long party tatangbanzu lan na wumba satili ndumala na wonna namto no anu ngoma da ba sataba to ruzu na wonna kana ma shukuri ya ho aba shukuru ho sheka anu biya hanu ngoma kar to anwale kanzandi che yaram manama ne chamsan ma banya to ama bisan ma nguna chali akata dago ko pai zunga musulen nama jihad tobam pa mini yaza karzen campaign be siyasa shaitan chanma kata tangban zulan valenyale minya nyini mani banji changwa zaku to tumda atuma fasheti yino kam yisazan yal na patame kata dago changta za jumani kayan chang na man kar palasil min sele kara kayan chang te yal kana pago to ruzu ta da fanama manama mbanama yeto angmana ko yal yala first born ma failure chali yakata zang second born ma chang. It is time for the second born. Yama, it is time for the second born. First born ma failure, it is time for the second born manama chali yakata zongo sang 2025 inshallah ko pa al-Quran karagar toni kan wan ko Bible pa e karapai kan jumala na won katangban ma titizaha ka pa ban yelare katan kan nazan wa kalor nan pelu ala kam katakutonye polozane kamakan yinan yam ala kam katakutonya kadabilim yam ala kam katakutonya kaso kam biagul yabga karama katanan bom fanga karatu'i ka musulusu du'i kata dole num badui jama salam alaikum. It is time for the second born. It is time for the second born. It is time for the second born. Salam alaikum.
Ajabungo de walaikum salam. Thank you so much. That's the CEO of the school feeding program. Thank you. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, we are going to proceed next. It's a day of CEOs and, of course, of ministers. We are going to hear, because this is a partnership, and the YEA is not working alone. He has so many partners that he's working with. So we're going to get solidarity messages and a few other comments from other sister agencies and organizations. They are all going to have just 2 minutes based on what my CEO has just instructed me. I'm going to invite our friend from the NEIP, I beg your pardon, CEO Kofi Ofosun Kansa.
Your Excellency, the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers present, MPs, colleague CEOs and deputies, the Chief Fire Officer, MMDCs, staff from the Presidency, candidates from Adenta and Madina, the clergy, imams, party executives present, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Government is building a sustainable entrepreneurial nation through various interventions to create jobs for the youth. Today, our sisters are also getting their fair share of these interventions through the Kayayei. To enable them to get more hands-on experience in the various trade areas. We also provide them with starter packs to enable them start their own businesses. We will assist them with product certification in collaboration with the regulatory agencies so that they can also add to the made in Ghana products that we have in our markets. Your Excellency, this is to assure you that we will put in our best to ensure that your dream of empowering Kayayei economically is achieved. In conclusion, we wish all our beneficiaries the best in the trainee sessions. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you so much, CEO. We are going to TVET next, Teachers and Vocational Educational Institutes. Dr. Freda Samoa is the CEO, will give us a quick comment in support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite the director in charge of TVET.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and the presidential candidate for the new Patriotic Party, come 2025, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Let me proceed on the existing protocol to congratulate His Excellency the President. In fact, the President come 2025. That's why I'm going ahead with it. This has been your dream, and most of the encounters that I've had with you, you've always reiterated the fact that you want to scale our Kayayeis in the South and across the country. And true to your word, you have kept to it, and I'm happy to see today. Your commitment to TVET has been recognized by the German government and all in Ghana. You have supported His Excellency the President to change TVET and to transform, to make sure the young ones are skilled to support our economy. You brought a lot of transformation in the country. Yawuse enkra omoko ensanu adwuma ntete ye wo Ghana ha no akosra kodru 60,000. Most of your schools are near nyina no emfidi dwuma na ho no na ekofom wadaroma wabua ama ye di mfidie akoho enne se ye bie Kayayei Empowerment Training Institute or Center ya no a na eyesi ye bo waba so pa na de ba ko da wa kuma so eye mabunu enti enye ye nwanwa e commission for TVET se enne wo de sa de eba enti ye so e commission wo no se de wadaroma o ma ya so te ye no ya accredited center no
Enti one obekwa akosua ade ni nyina enye nenkwa na obetimi di atoa so akosu duapon mu. Enti Ghana mabunu emma ene mema nyina ka se ye dawase ema yo ayiko na yenim se Nyankopon pa come 2025 January Nyankopon pa ye president ye nyina ye babua no na wesai se Ghana mampanyi aya His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia Nyame Nhyira. It is possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. From the Commission of TVET, CTVET, we are very, very grateful. Let me also acknowledge and say that we have also in our presence here other dignitaries, including the Director General in charge of Ghana Technical Vocational Education Training, TVET. We also have other CEOs who are here in our midst. From the Bulk Oil and Storage Company boss, the Honorable Edwin New Obodai Provençal is the MD. He's here in our midst. Thank you for making time. And I'm told that you've been very supportive. God bless you. Madame Akosia Menu, a.k.a. Cozy, the People's Cozy from Adenta, Deputy NYA boss. Thank you so much for joining us. We are grateful. We have Michael Ansan, CEO of GRDEC. Thank you also for being in our midst. Indeed, if you go to the Zongo Development Fund, the CEO is also here, former Member of Parliament, Honorable Ben Abdallah. Thank you so much. Please give us a wave. We are grateful that you joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, the people who put this together, the Youth Employment Agency, their CEO, like I said to you, a very young man whom the president trusted and gave this job, and he's been doing a beautiful work so far. Ladies and gentlemen, CEO, Youth Employment Agency, Kofi Ban Ejepon. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Give him some shout, please. Thank you so much.
Ago. 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 His Excellency, permission to stand on the existing protocol. Ago. Kayayei fontin ye baha. Mr. His Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, to understand the word of these women, or Kayayeis, allow me to share with you the story of Amina, a young man from Tamale, a young woman from Tamale, driven by the dreams of a better life and hope of supporting her family. Amina made the difficult journey to Accra. What awaited her, however, was far from the life she envisioned in the bustling and sprawling markets of Abobloshi and Kantamanto. Amina became a head porter, facing an endless array of challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, Amina lives in a cramped, constantly hot single room with many other women, with no ventilation and barely any space to rest. Each night, Amina navigates a dangerous existence, relying on the uncertain protection of her peers, and at times falling prey to exploitation and abuse by those who see her vulnerability as an opportunity for their gain. She faces constant threats to her health and safety, with limited access to medical care and support systems. The dream that brought Amina to Accra too often became a daily struggle for survival. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Amina is not unique. So is the story of Adiza. So is the story of Rafia, the story of Aisha, the story of Fatima, Mariama, and others. Currently, Ghana has over 100,000 head porters, the majority of whom come from the northern regions. Each with their own tale of hardship and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, these women, our Kayayei, they endure immense challenges, including lack of shelter, maltreatment, harassment, depression, poor medical care, and inadequate child support system. Today, we take a huge step forward to change this narrative. The Kayayei Empowerment Program is our comprehensive response to the urgent needs of these women. This initiative, born from a collaborative effort between state bodies, private sectors, and civil society organizations, is designed to uplift, empower, and provide solutions for our Kayayeis. Through the Kayayei Empowerment Program, I go
partners. And indeed, one of them, the CEO, is here in our midst. The Honorable Hajia Abiba Sani Zakaria, CEO of Maslock. Please give us a wave. Thank you so much, Hajia, for joining us. Now, the beneficiary has put together a very beautiful drama. You must see it. And so I'm going to invite them quickly to come and show us what they have been preparing to showcase. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the drama from the beneficiaries.
Standing on the protocols already, yes, please. Yes, we need extra mic. Please, our girls are here to present to everyone here and His Excellency their life before the skills training and after the skills training, how they perceive their lives to be. Thank you.
Now, Tanga.
Na.
Kaula keti shishala.
Oh, zulangara dama kane tuku jili ne hale inti jawa.
Kaula kinengni na gola, wala da wumine be.
Anapane nyina me dia me ba market na me nsuya kaya ba kokura.
Ade.
Me dia kom na edim na metena ho na kura po.
Me sao anapa nyina me ba me nya dwuma ye me ne da mba ye kura o. Minua.
Me dia me so me nya aduani pondi enti na ma da me wona nyina ya be ya.
Enti ya be ye de. Me da ma fra me ma me kura se wa se ne sika ma na me bra na dwuma ne nkwaye.
Edwuma nkwaye me wona nyina ya me ya me ni bebe ambenya ska to aduani adi. Me dia sisi a me pese me nja kaya na me ja kaya me ye dwuma ban.
Me sao. Minuamu. Eda na mu ye wa.
Oh, enye bibia o. Fita no pa nyina ye ba ye no. Ya nya dwuma bia anye. Nti na ye titu akwam kwa na ye didi. Na ye tin ho no mo.
Hey. Mu be se mu kan kire mi se. Edwuma e ba ye no. Mu de mu nti ana.
Sister, mpacho, eyem se menimu wa. Ana aya sisara amane.
Minua mia o.
Hey.
Oh, minua.
Nasa naka bibi chira me. Sisi a wo ye de.
Skills for life. Anna amami asisa say.
Hey.
Monty.
Dabi o.
His Excellency. His Excellency.
Hey.
Doctor.
Hey.
Alhaji.
Hey.
Mahamadu Bawumia.
Hey.
The incoming president.
Hey.
Hey. Onuna adi sa program ni biaba.
Hey.
Munim.
Dabi o.
Sa program no. Osie fie akasie.
Hey.
Ewo Madina.
Hey.
Ebi nso wo Ashama.
Hey.
Afa de osa akosi bi wo Kumasi.
Ya ni mo.
Simunja adwuma na mo ye no na yanko
Ya beye.
Mo ba register.
Ya beye.
Pese yan kira mo di no 3 days 2 days na mo adwane.
Ya beye yan dwane ya beye. Ya be jai kaya no na.
You speak English. You speak the you speak your this one Mampore. English. Who's the other one?
Me be introduce Juma Yaya skill live Kayayei empowerment program ama mpacho minwa we oya bidding ana we su oya makeup ana we su oya decoration ana we oya soap making ana we oya pedicure and medicure. Anna, the last person, she is doing baking. Until minwa kayo for mumpe we mumpe den. Until me pama cho mumaya tuma Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia. No ya 2025 president. His Excellency Yadamasu Sauka Yakayo Fonsu Yadamasu Bebre.
Dr. Alhaji Mahamadu Bawumia. Te mabisi kaya yode maza te pusia.
His Excellency Alhaji Mahamadu Bawumia. I and my sisters, we are here to thank you and the entire MP people for what you have done for us. Inshallah, we pray, we believe that the next election coming, you shall be the president of Ghana, inshallah.
Please, let's give them another round of applause. Thank you so much. That's a drama by the beneficiaries. Now, to present to us who the beneficiaries really are, I'm going to invite Hajia Zara Abubakari Harun to do us the honors. Hajia, please, the audience awaits your presentation of beneficiaries. Thank you so much. Because it's threatening to rain, so time.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, I stand on all protocols observed. Today is a great day for we, the Kayayes. And indeed, we cannot hide our excitement. Creating an impact is the most important thing on earth. And I believe every human being, wherever you come from, whoever you are, know that at the end of the day, we are all going back to the Maker. But you need to feel proud of yourself. And what else could we do but thank you, our President of 2025. What else can we do to thank the digitization man, apart from saying that, Tepura? I stand here on behalf of all Kayayes, as I'm the senior one, to tell you that words cannot express our gratitude. And by doing so, I want you to know that half of this field is filled with just a few of the Kayayes, because we know that we have over 100,000 of them, not just in Accra, but all over, including Tamale, including Sunyani, Kumasi, and His Excellency. The excitement is even that we are going to Kumasi. Kumasi's hostel will be open very soon. What else can we do but say, hip, 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 hip. Nkaya yone mbabia, nangaya midasi, onaya dasi. Tepura. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hajia, for that wonderful presentation. Now, we've seen them in the background waving excitedly to this particular project we're talking about. So the Kumasi agenda will be outlined further by the YEA. Ladies and gentlemen, the next stage of the presentation, we are going to hear from the Oga at the top in our midst here. But before the Oga at the top comes, so we know we have Oga Kwata, and then we have Oga number 2. So there's someone who has the capacity to invite Oga Kwata. Me, I only have locals to invite Oga number 2. Now, this person is involved or was involved in this particular project, the design, after the Vice President said, this is what I want to do, build project for Kayayei. Honorable former Member of Parliament for Tema West, can you do that for us? Can you go ahead and execute? Yes, we can do that. So the design implemented. And the project is what we are seeing here today. She's no more MP for Tema West. Instead, she is the CEO of the District Assembly Common Fund. She will do the introduction for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Irina Toshi Ado.
Good afternoon. Your Excellency Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia, Vice President and flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party, Mr. Chairman, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, friends of the media, Chief Executives, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to join you all at this important event. It is indeed a joyful and a destiny-defining moment when we each affirm female porters and make them know that it is possible for them to embrace something new and bigger. The District Assembly's Common Fund requires that need assessments form an important criteria for the judicious allocation of funds. Through the fund, there have been significant infrastructural developments and support for vulnerable groups across the country, such as persons with disability, lepers, and now Kayayei. While there are myriad challenges and needs, there is no doubt that the plight of Kayayei is one of the most registered plights over the decades, and no one has done anything about it. We have all been to the market. Wofe woyajano. Ni wona Kayayei bi ne. Ni wohani amewo woni bi. Ame yitong ba me. Womo etiya wonya. Womo ni bebia womo betena. Tode bi anajo na obi akoturo mona. Baby ombeda ye ding. Malaria, any typhoid, afrafra, ede wo wontem. Debia ye nyina ye hu womo, ni aye won bye. Da wo pe won masem no, na wache won sika kakra. And so the plight of the Kayayei is still there. Ladies and gentlemen, it took one man to reach the District Assembly's Common Fund on this issue. Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia called me one day after his interaction with the Kayayeis at Agbogbolosi. And the way he passionately put the issue before me, I felt ashamed. What have I, a mother, a sister, a daughter, what have I been doing all these years? What have you, my mothers and my fathers, all of you here present, what have we been doing? Why did it take Dr. Bawumia for such a thing to be established? We immediately took the bull by the horn and began to look for land. We started with Agbogboshi and started building. At the time, we had a couple of problems, but now, by the grace of God, it's all been ironed out. In total, we're going to build about 8 of these resources in Accra, 6 in Ashanti region, and 2 in Bono, Techiman. And that is going to be the first and second phases. After that, we're going to do more. We're not only going to build something and fold our hands. No. DACF is going to support this venture all the way through. Every year, they're going to take their blood test, their blood work. All 600 of them, 300 in each. And when we have 8, that is going to be 2,400 of them. We know that is not all, but that is the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Greater Accra region for helping us in this venture. And also, Mrs. Felnick Construction Limited and Eddie Honks, who are the contractors who made sure that this vision was realized. Coming up with the drawings, architectural drawing was not easy. Although the whole thing looks very easy, we had to take so much into consideration. And every time His Excellency, the Vice President, wanted to know what facilities we had in, whether they will be able to have light, whether there will be funds in there, whether there is good sanitation, whether there is, every day this man was talking about the Kayayei project. It is only right that all of us here present help to thank His Excellency Dr. Bawumia. The people of Ghana, thank you. It doesn't matter that today you are not a Kayayei. Don't say that it doesn't concern you. A man who shows so much love to the less endowed in the society, the vulnerable in the society, like the Kayayeis, the lepers, the persons with disability and the like, is also going to show you love when it is your time. Standing now on these existing protocols, I would like all of you to help me with a standing ovation. Welcome the visionary, the man of the moment, the man who, through whose dream we have realized this, the one who said it is possible when we didn't think it was, the man that God has called onto the next stage. Dr. Bawumia, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. The Greater Accra Regional Minister, Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, and MP for Kayayei South, Honorable Dakwa Newman, the Minister of State for the Ministry of Local Government and Decentralization, MP, Honorable Obi Amwa, the District Assembly Common Fund Coordinator, Irina Toshi Adolati, CEO of the NAIP, Kofi Fosun Kansa, CEO,
of YEA, Kofiba Ajapong, and Deputy CEO Bashiru Ibrahim. The coordinator for this project, Hajia Azara Abubakar Harun, Honorable Jennifer Dede Ajabing, the MCE for La Nkwantanang Madina, as well as all MMDCs present here, my good friend who is watching us, Honorable Father Neil Ante Adru Campbell, our Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the MPP, Honorable Divine Agohum, CEO of GEA, Kozi Yankee, CEO of TVET, Mausi Awuti, Fred Asamoah, CEO of CTVET, distinguished members of the press, traditional leaders, the clergy, our imams, I greet all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It is an honor and a privilege and a great pleasure to be here today for the commissioning of these hostels and skills training centers for the Kayayei and the whole program to empower the Kayayei. It has been a long time in coming. The Kayayei phenomenon is not new in Ghana. It's been there for many, many, many years. After looking at the plight of the Kayayeis, in 2019, when I visited Agbogboloshi, I made a promise on behalf of government that we would look at trying to address the Kayayei phenomenon by making sure we could build hostels for them and offer them some training so that they could have alternative skills to engage in other productive activities. When I made this promise on behalf of government, there were many who thought it was not a realistic promise. They thought it was not possible. They said it was a 419 scheme. But I knew that insha'Allah, it was possible for us to do it. We had COVID in 2020, and we had to recover from it. I subsequently called the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund, Honorable Irina Toshi Adu. I told her that we needed to do something and I needed her help. After I presented my case, she said, I am going to help. I will do everything I can to help to make this possible. And this was the beginning of the process. A society that does not take care of its poor, of its vulnerable, is not a good society. And therefore you will see that since we came into government, we have been thinking very much about how to take care of the poor and the vulnerable amongst us. Different programs by our government have been initiated to take care of the poor. We have looked at how to help the lepers. I am a patron for the Lepers Aid. We've looked at how to help the street children. We've looked at how to help persons with disabilities. our brothers and sisters in the Zongo communities. We have brought about programs through the Zongo Development Fund to help them. We have looked at how to help sickle cell sufferers by bringing a very expensive drug, hydroxyurea, under the National Health Insurance Scheme. We have looked at how to help children who suffer from cancer by bringing childhood cancer under the National Health Insurance Scheme. We have looked at how to help poor parents who cannot afford school fees by bringing about free senior high school education. And so what we are doing for Kayayei today is part of a whole program of activity of our government to help the poor and the vulnerable. And so you will see why it gives me so much pleasure to be with you today at the launch of the Kayayei Empowerment Program. We have proven the naysayers wrong. I am honored to be part of this initiative, which is dedicated to empowering headquarters and offering transitional job pathways and enhancing their socio-economic status. It is a cause, as I have told you, close to my heart, as it addresses the plight of a marginalized segment of our society. This noble endeavor resonates profoundly with the core values of our mission, as it squarely addresses the pressing needs of a marginalized segment of our society that has long been relegated to the shadows of neglect and indifference. As it has been said, we have over 100,000 headquarters or Kayayei in Ghana who endure unimaginable hardships, such as lack of shelter, inadequate medical care, and harassment in urban centers on a daily basis. From the harsh realities of homelessness to the glaring deficiencies in access to adequate health care and the pervasive scourge of harassment, their plight stands as a stark testament to the moral imperative of urgent intervention to uplift and transform their lives. Through the collaborative efforts and strategic partnerships forged